woman who had preeclampsia, and basically if she didn't have the abortion, she was going to die. Like, there's nothing that could be done, and the fetus was too far along to be viable, and this was a wanted pregnancy, but it couldn't happen. So we had to help her because she was on state insurance, and the state insurance wouldn't cover it. So, and then, yeah, we've also had, a few weeks ago, we had a college student who had a tumor who would need it to be removed, and her doctor wouldn't do it while she was pregnant. And the pregnancy and the effects of the tumor were affecting her so much that she had to stop going to school. She had to move back in with her parents, and this was basically her only option to get her life back on track. And yeah, we've also, we had a case a few weeks ago where a girl had been raped by somebody at her school, and she had hid it from everyone. She was too young to realize what was going on. And then by the time she found her mom figured out she was pregnant, she had to go across 2 state lines to get her procedure done. And this was, in addition to needing to go figure out all the stuff with abortion, her mom had to figure out how to start pressing charges against this person who worked at her daughter's school.
Wow.
And they didn't have enough money to cover it. And, just there's a lot of women who call us who their only source of income is the food stamps that they get. And how are they going to feed their children and pay rent and come up with the money that they need for their procedure that they've been trying to save for weeks, and then they found out, oh, now it's going to cost $400 more.
Right. Like $900. Seriously.
Yeah.
I know for me, like, when I called, it was like I said earlier, it was like life or death. Like, how do you handle that? And, like, I just can't imagine.
Like, personally?
Yes.
Like, when I started, I needed to have a date night. Every night after the hotline, I would hang out with some of my friends. And I guess I just kind of gotten used to it. Like, it is rewarding. And
right. I mean, I know it makes you just really want to continue to do it because there's so many women that need help and need funding. And it's like, you have to, like a column, like, I can't listen to this and then not want to do something and not help. So that's why we definitely need CAF to stay funded and stay around and continue to help. Just want to show our overhead one more time. I also wanted to talk a little bit about just more with the follow-up or the initial, I don't know if we already talked about having their appointment already when they call. So
they do have to have their appointment made already, and it has to be with the clinic we work with. For instance, we don't work with Planned Parenthood because they have their own source of funding. And then there are other clinics that we just haven't worked with before, so I have to call them sometimes and make sure that they'll take our money and our approvals and things like that. Also, what we do is we have a caller.
Hi, go ahead, caller.
Hi, my name is Allie.
Hi.
And I just wanted to say, first of all, you guys are great. I'm so glad to see this on TV. This is amazing. And way to really put it out there with the title of the show. It just showed up on my on-demand little guide, and I was like, yes, I want to watch this. What I wanted to talk about, though, I read an article today about a law that they want to pass in Utah that would make it possible for women to be prosecuted criminally for homicide if they had not just an abortion, but if they had a miscarriage, which I think is just so clearly that's just trying to oppress women and punish them for, I mean, there's a vast litany of things that could cause a miscarriage, even beyond the whole abortion issue. I mean, this is clearly trying to punish women, and if they were that concerned about miscarriages and unborn children, then they should be funding research to increase prenatal care, get health care to these women who they can't afford it. I mean, there's so many things, but I just wanted to see what you guys thought about that, if you had heard about it, kind of get the word out, because I know it's in Utah now, but,
it's coming.
Never know when it's going to get to Illinois.
Yeah. Thank you. Did you want to?
Yeah, I had briefly heard about it, and it was just so absurd. I don't think my mind is fully wrapped around it.
I know.
Yeah, because doctors say that 1 in 3 to half of all pregnancies end in miscarriage. Just most of them happen so early people don't realize it. Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do? Mandate pregnancy testing every month?
Maybe. They'll figure out some kind of way to write that into something and try to get it passed. And like she said, it's in Utah, but that's why, like, with the leadership group and the advocacy work that we do, is necessary, because just because it's not here in Chicago, in Illinois, doesn't mean that, all of it is tied with the next. So anything they can think of is just one more way to keep us oppressed. I'm just screaming that out to everyone I know. A lot of people just look at it as just like abortion, that's it. It goes so much further than that. It's just, you just have to keep on trying to, like, get the word out and spread out. And thank you for calling and letting us know that. So once again, we're going to show you our information, and Emma's going to tell you more about where to find us, and that'll be it.
All right. Yeah, like I said earlier, in addition to being on MySpace, we're on Facebook. We are also on YouTube, which the show will be put up on YouTube, and on Blogspot, at ChicagoAbortionFund.blogspot.com. And then lastly, you can just go to our plain, regular website, which is ChicagoAbortionFund.com. So.
Okay, just want to say, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Very informative, and thank you guys for watching.
And good night.
Good night.